Hey Hugh, what's been happening in January?
Well, January's been our first in-person month, so it's been pretty intense. We've been trying to lay the foundations. That means finding a place so we can be an in-person team, finding a team to put in that place, and also laying the foundations in other ways. So like, have we got the right tech stack, CI/CD pipelines? But we've been working on a bunch of stuff. So like, one of the most important things for us is like the discoverability. So how do people find Carter? We are huge content fans. We love the form of video. It's the most scalable way for people to organically find your business. This month has really been about find someone that can make great content, figure out what types of content can you make in a really scalable way and super quick. Stuff like this is really easy to make, but also things like just like gamer reaction videos, things that fit into our niche, that establish the Carter brand. Not only have we got a huge video push, we've also got a in-house game developer, Haywa. His job is kind of to just build games, but it serves two functions. It allows us to make a bunch of cool gamery content about the process and the workflow of putting Carter into games. But it also allows us to get industry feedback so that it's easy to drop the code in. I think Haywa was saying it only took him about 30 lines of code to begin with to get Carter in his game. And once we've got that feedback, we can immediately make the product better. The first game is actually nearly done. And we'll be shipping that. So we'll actually push that to production. It will be a game that's made by Carter. There's a lot of characters in there. It's a super simple like pixel game. It's mobile and it'll be on the App Store. On top of that, we also want to make the product really easy to use and really cool to use, because a lot of game devs are actually gamers. So they have a huge appreciation for cool things, cool pieces of tech. AI is just an inherently cool thing. And so one thing that isn't inherently cool is our dashboard online. So this month we've been giving that a bit of a facelift and really just completely changing the workflow of like, how does a game developer use Carter to build their game? What is their mindset? And Danny, who's holding the camera, has been giving the UI a complete overhaul. And that will fit into the techie bit, which is my side. We've been working on improving the conversational engine. So in the beta, the conversational engine was good, but not great. It was not great at certain tasks. So it was a little bit incoherent, it was a little bit slow, but crucially, it wasn't able to persist a character. So imagine if you have like a best friend character who follows you around the game. That's relatively easy to simulate because there's a lot of friendly conversations AI can learn from. What is more difficult to simulate is something like a conflict, so an enemy that argues with you or has a very specific evil point of view in the game. To simulate that, you have to really tweak these models and you have to train them to be a better enemy. But then, of course, you need to also put content filters and safety filters in place so that you don't talk about too much violence or the agent doesn't say something that the game developer doesn't want in that game. So we've been giving a lot of work, putting a lot of work into that this month, and that will go into Conversational Engine version 1. So I'm super pumped about that. We've just been having a bunch of conversations. A little creepy, but it's also super fun. We've also had a bunch of challenges this month. We've really tried to hire the right people. And so that means we are still looking for a good web developer. We are still looking for a good natural language processing machine learning engineer. If you know anyone in that space or you know any absolutely killer web developers, we would love to hear from them. The other challenge has actually been a technical challenge, which is provisioning enough compute power in the cloud to get this stuff into production. And that'll be resolved in the next week or so, but that has been a challenge this month. It's taken a lot longer than we thought it would. That has been January. Thank you so much for watching.
What's been happening in January?
Oh, January's, so start again.